Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news update and information with a video on the 2023 Ford Escape. So we're doing what we call our complete guide video on this. We're going to cover all the standard equipment plus the different options are available and standalone options in this one video. So we like to do this. We have worked our way up through a lot of the different trims. We have one on the base, active, all three levels of the ST line. Now we're working on the platinum trim in this video. So if you like videos like this that I like to stay up to date on Ford news as well, you might like our YouTube channel. So hit that red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe over to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that way you can stay notified the next time we have another video uploaded to the YouTube channel. Now, as you can tell, we are going to go over the standard equipment first, the different packages, standalone options. So it'll be a very lengthy video. And for that reason, I do have timestamps down below so you can move around in the video all you need to. Just use those timestamps and go back and forth in different sections. You can skip over sections and such as we go ahead and talk about some of these different features. So we're going to go ahead and dive in first. We do actually are taking 2023 Ford Escape orders. So the order banks are open. So if you'd like to put one in with your local dealership, that's great. Hope you have a great local dealership. If you want to work with us, we are taking Escape orders. We have allocations available for them and are taking them, especially on the platinum trim. So feel free to go ahead and talk to that. We'll talk more about that at the end of the video. There's a timestamp on the conclusion section where we talk about our free shipping policy as well. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that and how that offer works, you can get that information at the end of the video. Let's go ahead and dive in now. So now let's talk about the mechanical features first. And to do that, we are going to go to Ford's website. In fact, we'll spend a lot of time on Ford's website for this. So we're going to go over to Ford.com over here. And when you go over there, you can go to SUVs and crossovers. And it drops down a panel with all the different SUVs and crossovers. Hit the build and price into the 2023 Ford Escape here. And it'll jump us into all the different configurations. We want to click Build Our Own so we can go through and see what's possible here. And going and doing that, we've talked about the base, active, ST Line Select, and then ST Line Elite we did together. And now we're going to talk about the Platinum trim, available in EcoBoost or hybrid. The hybrid is actually standard equipment, and the reason is that the hybrid, the optional equipment will always be an increase in price over the what's standard, and so the hybrid motor is actually a little bit cheaper than the EcoBoost 2.0 motor. And so that's why the hybrid is standard. So we'll talk about that and then talk about the optional EcoBoost here in just a second. So let's go ahead and start our build here and then jump into the platinum trim. And then, of course, we are going to go to this. You can go through and use these tabs up above to move around. We're going to go down here to the powertrain and kind of talk about this first. You can switch over to EcoBoost here, even once you go in there, but just so you know that. So standard on this is going to be front-wheel drive. You'll notice down here, front-wheel drive will be standard on the platinum trim with the 2.5 liter, the Atkins cycle hybrid engine here with the eCVT transmission that goes along with that. So standard hybrid here for you, also standard and your front-wheel drive. Now, with the hybrid engine, it's going to come with three features that are included in the hybrids that you do not get in the EcoBoost. And we'll remind you of that when we talk about the EcoBoost motor. And that is you get an electronic fuel door release. For some reason, what Ford likes to do is, EcoBoost gas motors on that exterior door there, you push it and it opens it up for you. But on the hybrids, it locks that door, so it doesn't allow you to open it up. You have to use the lever that's inside to release the gas door, the fuel tank door, not gas, the fuel tank. Also, you do get neutral towing capabilities with all your hybrids. So that is something you do not get with your EcoBoost motors. So you can pull that behind a motorhome, that kind of thing. Also, you do get the pedestrian alert sounder. Because it's a hybrid and it's going to be quiet going in the parking lots and such, when you're backing up, and starting to move, it wants people to know that you're doing that by giving you those alert sounders for pedestrians. So that is going to be included as well in all your hybrids, so just so you know that. Now, you can get as optional equipment. You can get all-wheel drive on this, and that will, it's not showing an increase in price here, but you can go all-wheel drive with this as well with the hybrid. So you can go all-wheel drive hybrid if you want. So you do not have to go up to, make sure I'm right. Yes, you do not have to go up to the EcoBoost. So front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive is going to be available in either the hybrid or the EcoBoost for you. And we'll get more into the EcoBoost here because that is optional. There's actually a different equipment group. So what we're talking about here, that's standard with the hybrid motor and the hybrid transmission and such, and front-wheel drive is all part of that 600A. And so 600A equipment group includes that because they like to differentiate those three features that are specific to the hybrid that way. Also, don't forget, you will get selectable drive modes, just like with we talked about in the other videos. So usually it doesn't actually show in the order guide what those drive modes are, but normally it would be a normal, an eco, a slippery mode, sometimes a sport mode as well. Really depends on the different things, but you can switch through those modes. And when we get one here in stock, we'll go through those GOAT modes for you so you know exactly which ones you're getting. You also get electronic parking brake, which includes the auto hold, which means if you come up to a stoplight, stop sign, you press the brake. If you want to have that auto hold activated, you can take your foot off the brake and it's going to hold the brake for you. So that's a nice feature to have. Electronic traction control as well. You get electric power assist steering, that e-pass, and that's, it's because electric powered, it makes it a little bit easier to turn the steering wheel in parking lots, that kind of thing, but also you don't get pushed around on the highway with the wind and such, side wind and all that. You do also get advanced track with roll stability control. Really helps you keep you on your intended path, so a series of brakes on the particular wheel it needs to help you keep going where you need to go. And then also roll stability control as well, so you won't roll over. So advanced track also uses curve control as well to help you with that. And then you do get torque vectoring control as well. Being front wheel drive biased here, and especially if you go standard front wheel drive, all the torque's going to be on those front wheels. If you want to take off, you're not going to have that problem because it has a torque vectoring control there. So there you go. That's how that works. Now, if you want to go with the 601A equipment group, that is the optional EcoBoost. So if we go to the EcoBoost, it actually will show you, it'll let us know that we're switching from that. And if you go down here, in fact, if you go down to packages, you can see 600A and 601A. So 601A would be the EcoBoost engine, and it could also be front wheel drive or all wheel drive. So it's available on either one of those for you. And so we can go see EcoBoost, and actually, nope, I take that back. Sorry. The 2.0 EcoBoost engine, because it has a lot more power and torque, it is only available in your all-wheel drive. So that's why it's asking us to go back to that other. So if you go to the 2.0 EcoBoost, it is all-wheel drive. And that is in my notes that I wasn't paying attention to. Also, 8-speed automatic transmission with that EcoBoost engine as well. And the auto start-stop technology, which means, again, when you come to stoplight, stop sign, it'll shut the engine off, helps with emissions and such with all those vehicles at the stoplights and such. But if you don't like that, you want it to be running, you can hit the little A with the circle around it. Should be on the productivity screen or the center dash somewhere. And you will have to do that for each engine cycle. So when you turn the vehicle off to get back in it, turn it back on, you'll have to do that again. But pretty easy to get to. And then don't forget, you don't get the electronic fuel door release on the EcoBoost engine or the neutral towing capability or the pedestrian alert sounder either. So keep that in mind as well for that. So, all right, that's all of the mechanical features. Now what I want to do is talk about some of the safety features. And actually, these safety features are the same as it has been on all the different models. And there's also an extra safety features, I think. Actually, it's more of a CoPilot 360 assist features. So I'm going to show you a couple clips that I recorded in some other videos where this was included. So here's the safety features from the base trim, because they're all the same for all these. And then right after that, we're going to play the clip for the CoPilot 360 Assist 2.0, which is standard on the Platinum, which we talked about in one of the ST line videos. So take a look at these two clips, and then we'll go on to the exterior features. All right, so now we're going to cover some of the safety features. And first, let's talk about the airbags that are in the vehicle. So you're going to have a driver and front passenger dual stage airbag. Deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle for the driver and front passenger. You also get a driver knee airbag as well. So it'll help deploy down, protect from that steering column if that has that front collision and it comes up. That way it kind of protects your knees and legs. Also, you get front seat mounted side impact airbag. So it's going to deploy from the side of those seats if you have that side collision, and you have the safety canopy airbag. So it does have the rollover sensor. If the vehicle rolls over, deploys those from the ceiling, so help protect from the breaking glass coming into the vehicle and hurting anybody in the front or the rear seat back there. Also, we do have the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. So the way that works, if there's a car going slower than you, it's going to slow you down. It's going to let you know that you're going to collide with that vehicle using a front collision warning, and preloads those brakes. So it has automatic emergency braking, so when you brake, it's going to stop even faster. Also, you get post-collision braking. So if you are in an accident, it's going to brake the vehicle. Maybe you're unconscious, something like that, you're not able to put it in park. That's what this is going to be beneficial for you. Also, do get 911 assist. So if you are in an accident, it'll help call 911 directly. So it'll even alert you to, if you get in an accident, you have the Bluetooth enabled phone connected, it'll ask you if you need to call 911 as well. SOS post crash alert system, honk the horns, flashes lights if you're off the side of the road in an accident. That's going to help alert people too. And then you do get front and rear stabilizer bar as well on the vehicle. And you also do get the lane keeping system. So lane keeping, what it's going to do is it's got a driver alert feature on that, to where if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often, it alerts you and lets you know that. Also, if you're leaving your lane, a couple different things it can do. It can either alert you, which will vibrate the steering wheel if you do leave your lane, or help assist you in staying in your lane. And this also does include a road departure warning for this year that is available as well. That's part of this too, the standard equipment on these. And then you do get, for the kids back there in the back seat, you do get the latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children. That helps to securely take those seat belts and fasten them back into the back of those seats on those 2 outbound seats. We'll work on the middle one, but you have to use the connections from the 2 outside seats for that. And then that'll help secure those down there so you're not using those safety belts. So it's more secure, tighten it down, especially if you're going to leave that in there for a while. Also, you do get child safety rear door locks. So that way you can lock those doors out. So that way, if, kids, you're stopped, you don't want them to get out, they're not able to unless you open the door from the outside. So that's also on there too. And then you do get secure lock passive anti-theft system. So what that does is only the key that is on for that vehicle is the only one that's able to start it. So it locks that steering column unless that coded key is entered in and turns. Or is in the vehicle. So that's great having that secure. That's kind of a great way to kind of know the security that not only the people that have the key can get the vehicle started. So I think I've covered everything a part of the safety features. Now let's talk about this exterior styling for this year. Now, on top of some of those safety features that just went over just now, we also, as a part of the standard equipment on the Elite trim of the ST line, you also do get the suite of the CoPilot 360 Assist 2.0 features, which include a lot of features, and those will be standard equipment on this trim. So let's go through what those features include. And one of them is that the big one is the intelligent adaptive cruise control. So let me use this view here, but the adaptive cruise control down here. So the intelligent adaptive cruise control, again, standard on the ST line Elite here, or the Platinum and the plug-in hybrid. And this package kind of shows you on the image right here that if you're going slower than someone's going slower than you, it's going to slow you down to go their speed without you having to press the brake. And you're going to go their speed until you pass them and you speed back up. It'll resume automatically for you. So that's part of the adaptive cruise control. Even will bring you a complete stop if you're not stopping go traffic without you pressing the brake, and even resume without you having to do anything. So that's really nice in how that works too. Also, to go along with that, you get lane centering assist as well. So it's going to keep you in the center of your lane when you have that cruise control turned on. So that's pretty cool. A little different than adaptive or the lane keeping system, which works with or without your cruise control. The lane centering actually keeps you in the center lane, doesn't let you get over to those lines, which is really nice as well. So it includes all those, and the intelligent part of that is the speed sign recognition. So when you're coming up to if you're, let's say you like to go 5 over, you can have a tolerance that you put on there. So let's say you decide to go 5 over. It's 70 mile an hour zone you're in, you're going 75. But that speed sign changes to 65, you're going too fast, right? So it'll slow you down to go 70, which is your 5 over tolerance it shows, and keep you, it kind of helps you out. So that it kind of speeds the vehicle up. So very nice in how that works. And so when you set the cruise, you can set it with the traditional cruise, or you can go to adaptive cruise or the intelligent adaptive cruise, and you get to pick those features, as well as your lane centering. You can activate or deactivate that as well. Now, a couple other features that are included in this package here is the evasive steering assist. So what that's going to do is, if you're not going to be able to stop in time because you're going to hit that vehicle, you're going too fast, and you need to avoid them, it's going to help assist in that steering. It's going to make it easier to turn around them if you need to. So it assists in the steering. And again, a feature you can activate and deactivate. Also with this, you're going to get intersection assist, which is a very new technology within the last year. So if you're going to turn across into an intersection and there's a car coming, then it's going to brake you so that you don't hit that vehicle. So it's kind of a assist in not having that, that collision in that intersection. So especially comes in handy if there's maybe somebody stopped turning and you can't see across past them to that other lane, and then a vehicle comes by, they would normally maybe hit you. The system sees that instead for you and helps assist in that. So a couple other things that you're going to get as part of this system is you're going to get the rear parking sensors. So as you're backing up, it's going to alert you if you get too close to anything. And if you're not braking, you're not paying attention, kind of like that pre-collision assist, it's going to use reverse brake assist to brake the vehicle. That's also included in the CoPilot 360 Assist 2.0 features as well. And the last thing you get as part of that is you're going to get the navigation. So you're going to get the connected built-in navigation as well. We'll talk probably about that when we get to the interior features too. I'll probably remember to talk about it there too. But the built-in navigation gets you 3 years of service as well with that navigation system. It's going to be the on-screen navigation system. Now, something else that you get on top of that, that standard equipment here on top of that CoPilot 360 Assist 2.0 is going to be the 360-degree camera with the split screen view. I kind of really didn't show a picture here, but you are going to get the cameras under each of the side view mirrors as well as under the front and the back. So you can see completely around you on one half of the screen. The other half is going to be your front or rear camera. And then you can see it does also include the front and rear washer that goes along with that. So you're going to get that as well. And then because of that, you're going to get the front sensing system too. So you'll get sensors up here on the front of the vehicle too. So front sensing, back sensing. So really a perimeter sensing alarm system in a sense, letting you know when you get too close to anything. So that's all included now. That is included as kind of CoPilot 360 features that are included in standard on your ST line Elite package. Now we're going to talk about the exterior features, and in doing that, we're going to first talk about the colors available on the Platinum trim, similar to what you did see in the ST line Elite package, because these are pretty much comparable in a sense of equipment and such, as well as colors, a little bit different styling and look to them. So first, you're going to get the Agate Black Metallic is available for this trim. You also get a cost color, is what I like to call it, Rapid Red Metallic Tinted Clear Coat. So it's $500 extra for that extra clear coat there. You also do get the Star White Metallic. This is a tri-coat, so 3 coats of paint. So it costs $1,000 for the extra couple of different coats there. You also get Iconic Silver Metallic, Atlas Blue, which I believe is a new color for this year for the Escape. It is on a lot of other vehicles. Carbonized Gray Metallic is available as well. We do have a new color for this year, the Cinnabar Red Metallic. I think that's a tinted clear coat. It's $500. So I don't know if they need to update the website or whatever, but then this is a new color for this year, I know. Vapor Blue Metallic, which we did see that on the Mach-E when I did the videos on the Mach-E. So there you go. Those colors there are available. So let's go ahead, and I like to try to pick a different color for each trim. So let's go ahead and go with the Cinnabar for this video. So there you go there. So we can see what those kind of looks like. So as we talk about it. So now let's talk about the front up here on the grill area here. We do have the Piano Black with the chrome strip, it says. So actually this in here does get, nope, it's not a chrome strip, so I need to update my notes here. So I did kind of carry this over from the active trim and then added all this equipment on. So this is going to get a little bit different look. You can see there's the grill looks different for each of the different trims, so it updates it, but it's still a piano black grill back here with the floating Ford emblem. Now you will see this right up here above that. In some of the models, it's just a chrome strip, but not on the Platinum. The Platinum, you're getting an LED. So you're getting a signature lighting that's coast-to-coast LED is what they're calling it. So the top part of the headlights across the grille and on the top part of the headlights on the other side is all the LED light across there. So you get that nice LED light coming across. Also, you get LED headlights as well. They are LED reflector headlights. They're automatic feature as well, which means they'll come on automatically when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light, when you have it in one of the auto settings for your headlights. Also, you're getting LED fog lights down here as well with a nice chrome bezel under there too. So again, kind of dresses it up and gives you the fog lights up there too. So you get molded in black. The front fascia up here, which is this part right under here, if you can see my cursor, as well as this part here. So you're going to get that. You will get active grille shutters as well. They'll open and close when they need to, given as much airflow in when the engine needs it to help it perform at its best. You also get a front skid plate up here, not mentioned on the order guide, but it's showing it in all the images here. So we'll see we'll get to the back. It is the same color, so it looks like it's going to be a silver painted front skid plate up here for you. Also, you're going to get auto high beams, which means they'll come on automatically when it gets dark, when it's really dark outside. And if someone approaches you, then it's going to shut them off, or if you're in the city lights, it'll shut them off. Now, that as well as you also get configurable daytime running lights. So they can be the headlights can be configured to be on during the daytime. So those two can be activated and deactivated in your lighting section of your vehicle settings screens. Also, you get wiper activated headlights as well that can be activated and deactivated. So when you turn your wipers on, the headlights will come on as well. So usually when it's raining outside, we need a little extra lighting there to help us out. Also, you do get rain sensing wipers too. So, if you haven't one of those intermittent settings for the wiper, if it starts to rain, it's going to turn them on. And if it rains faster, it's going to turn them on. So it basically wipes when it needs to. And sometimes that's, almost constantly, but that takes care of everything for you up there. So great on how that all works. So now moving around to the side over here, your wheel is a 19-inch machine-faced alloy wheel with the dark tarnished painted pockets over here. All season tires that go along with it. Tire pressure monitoring system with those. You also get four-wheel disc brakes with ABS as well. You're going to get molded in wheellet moldings around there on the outside, as well as the lower rocker molding is going to be that way as well for the vehicle. You also get the mirror cap is going to be body colored, so it is that cinnabar. So if we change this color, you'll notice that it changes. You can see it really distinctly there. So molded in black mirror cap is what they call that. Or I mean, the body colored mirror cap, I'm sorry, molded in black underneath. I saw that underneath. I thought about that. Now, for your mirrors itself, they will be a power mirror. Also, they get heated feature on the mirror too. And you'll get the bliss with cross traffic alert. So blind spot information system. So it monitors your blind spot. If there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror on that side, lets you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Also, if you're backing up, if someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to alert you. Series of tones that you need to not stop and not back up. Puts a light in the mirror from the side they're coming from. Also puts a message on the productivity screen, which is right through that steering wheel, and lets you know that there's someone back behind you. So love how that's a great safety feature, and I think it comes in real handy in those parking lots when people are going too fast in those parking lots. Also, your door handles are body colored. I'm going to flip this around a little bit. So body colored door handles right here. And you can see that molded in black a little bit better, as well as your wheel lip molding. Even continues back here in the back, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Now, around the window molding up here is going to be chrome now. So this is the first time, the only one we've seen so far, where you're having the chrome window molding as well as the beltline molding, which comes down along the door. So all the way around it, really dresses it up, gives it a luxurious look here for you. Also, you do get with that intelligent access for the doors. So just put your hands in the door handle, automatically unlocks the vehicle, allow you to get in and out. You can set it in the lock section, whether it unlocks all the doors or just the driver's door when you put your hands in the door handle. And then when you get out, just press the ridges, it locks the vehicle up. So you don't have to get the keys out. You will get a remote keyless entry key with a hidden key. So a passive key, what they call it, which means having the key in the remote just in case you might need it. If it's dead or something like that, you can still get in it. Some people worry about that. So the key is hidden inside the remote, but you will have that. Also on the remote too, you will get remote start. So if you want to, if close enough proximity, you can use remote start to remote start it pretty quickly. I'll tell you another way you can remote start it later. That you can do through the app. If you're further away, you can do it from anywhere. So also, let's see, the rails, roof rack rails, side rails up here are going to be black, so it will come standard with those. And then you'll get the privacy glass in these back windows and back glass. You also get perimeter alarm. So what that's going to do is if you lock the vehicle up, nobody's inside, you get out, lock it up, it's going to go ahead and start and set the sensors inside. You'll have intrusion sensors as well as inclination sensors. So if someone tries to break the glass, get inside, it's going to set that sensor off. It's going to honk the horns and flash the lights. If you try to raise the wheels, the vehicle up and take these wheels, like with the jack or something, it's going to use those same sensors to do the same thing. Honk the horns, flash the lights, lets everybody know something's going on here that shouldn't be going on, and it alerts to everybody that way. Also get the Easy Fuel capless filler doors. So on these, the EcoBoost engine, remember, you just press it and it opens up. On the hybrids, you will need to use a release latch inside that will pop that. And then when you get inside, there's no cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. It's a double door system. You just put the nozzle in there, fills it up, and take it out. Pretty nice and easy to use. That second door in there has two latches in there that have to be press at the same time, so you have to use the size nozzle from you get at the fuel pumps. That way, if you use your own can or something like that, you got to use a funnel that's provided with the vehicle. Now moving to the rear of the vehicle here, and we'll have up here on the top body colored spoiler up here on the top. So it's kind of hard to see with this one. I have to go back. There you go. You can kind of see that at the top that way. High gloss black pieces coming down there. And then on the switch back to our color, Rear defrost with rear wiper back here as well with a washer. You will have LED tail lights back here too, and reflector lamps. So that way if somebody's, you pull off the side of the road, you don't have the vehicle running, those reflectors will help let people know you're there. Molded in black rear bumper back here with the silver skid plate on the back. Dual exhaust with chrome exhaust tips back here too. Nice platinum on the back of the lift gate as well back here. Rear view camera as well, so you can be able to see as you're backing up. You also get the, we already mentioned as part of that CoPilot 360 Assist 2.0, but you get front and back sensors too. So it's going to alert you if you get too close to anything backing up the vehicle, as well as that reverse brake assist. I believe we mentioned that as well too for you. You will get power liftgate. Now is telling us that it's going to be the hands-free foot activated liftgate for you. Now, not sure how long that will continue because we know on a lot of the other SUVs they are taking off the hands-free foot activated part of liftgate. Still have the power liftgate feature, but they are removing that from a lot of the vehicles. So probably be updating the order guide and letting you know that you may not have functionality of the hands-free part of that, or to be able to use your foot, to open it and have it pop open for you. So just keep that in mind. You will get a mini spare as well inside, so not a tire inflator kit like it was in 22. So you will have you will have a mini spare that's a steel wheel in there. You also have a rear cargo area light inside and cargo hooks as well to be able to hold things down if you need to, or use the cargo netting if you'd like as well. So that's all of our exterior features. Now let's move inside and go over about page and a half of interior features. So let's go and dive in and get in there and talk about those. Let's talk about these interior features here on the Platinum trim here. Now you can see there are two different color interiors available for you. You do have the ebony interior like we're seeing with this here. So you're going to get that kind of that gray headliner up here, black most everywhere else in the vehicle. You do have this also space gray, I believe they call it. Yeah, space gray. So you can kind of see how that changes it. So you still have the gray headliner. You're going to get gray inserts in those seats there, and then you're going to get gray inserts on the lower part of the dash as well. So it changes just a little bit in the look of it. So you have those two options available for you. You also get illuminated entry lighting for you, ambient lighting, and that's going to light up these map pockets up here, or the map lights up there. Ambient lighting as well with the floor lighting that lights up down here on the floor, cup holders, I believe, even the rear wall liners. You also get floor mats, carpeted front and rear floor mats for you. You also get a unique interior accents on the door, as well as on the instrument panel itself. So it's going to look unique to the Platinum trim. So let me see if I can pull that up. I'm going to 360 view. First time you pull it up, it takes a little longer. There you go. So you can kind of see up here, this is just distinct and different here on, that's what they call the instrument panel across there. And then on the doors as well, you're going to see this. So it's a more high-end level look to it than what you see on the other trims. So that's going to be available in those. Now for your seats, they are sport contoured seats down here. So pretty nice how they look. You do get Active X trimmed with the mini perforations in those as well, because you're going to get front heated seats. So the driver and front passenger will have heated seats. 10-way driver's power driver's seat with power lumbar. Over here, you will get driver memory for the driver's seat. So it memorizes the position of, like, I think 3, you can see it over there, 3 different positions for 3 different drivers there. Also get 6-way power. Also with that seat, you not only is going to memorize the seat, but also your mirror position. So I wanted to make sure to remind you to tell you that. 6-way power adjustment for the front passenger seat as well. And then I'm actually going to go out of this and go back to the side. You will see the head restraints, 2-way manual head restraints, which means they'll go up and down for you. And then second row back here, it's a 60-40 split bench seat. So the seat back, you can kind of see that right there where it separates. That can come fold forward. Also, that can recline back. Using this lever here, each of those can recline back. So this one over here on the passenger side will be a 40%, which means it'll be basically one seating person there. The other side, it controls both of those seats. So that 60% side section there for you. The head restraints as well, it has a little lever so it can pop forward so the driver can see over it if there's no one sitting there. This one stays, the middle one stays stationary, but this here goes up and down as well for those if they need to, if they're a little bit taller and such. You do get an armrest as well in the middle backrest, so that can lay down with 2 cup holders in as well. This seat cushion here, also it's split for not only the backrest, but also the seat cushion here, because these seats can slide forward and back using a lever on the front. So that's actually been doing that since this start of the 4th generation here for the Escape, but you can do that as well. On the back of the passenger side seat, you do have a map pocket in there, so you can put things and store things in there. On the back of the console, you're going to get a couple USB ports, USB Type A and C back there on the back, so that way you can, be able to plug things in and such back there. Now, for the locks here. Sorry, getting my notes here. Power windows. First, we'll talk about that. You do have one touch up and down for all 4 of the windows. So that means you just hard press it down. You don't have to hold it. It's going to roll that particular window down, but you can do that with all 4 of the windows, as well as coming up. You just hard press it. You'll feel it click, and then you release it, and it'll go on up. You don't have to hold it, which is kind of nice to have that feature there. Power lock and power unlock, including the auto lock and auto unlock, which means that when you start going, it's going to automatically lock the doors. When you, I believe when you shut the vehicle off, it unlocks the doors. That is another feature you can activate and deactivate in your lock section of your vehicle settings screen in there as well. Now, the steering wheel is a premium wrapped steering wheel here for you. It will also be heated, so you have heated steering wheel. So heated seats and heated steering wheel. Of course, you'll get the cold weather package of standard equipment here on this. Manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Just pull a lever underneath. That steering wheel will go up and down, forward and back for you. Also, you get cruise control on that steering wheel, and so we did actually talk about the adaptive cruise control and all is included in that. So you're going to get that as well included in there. But those controls will be on the steering wheel, as well as redundant audio controls and controls for your productivity screen or that digital display. It is a 12.3-inch digital screen there, ice blue, the eco mode, and everything in there. You also get, I'm going to go to 360 view for the rest of this. You are going to get the push button start back here. So you don't have to get the key out to get in or out or to start the vehicle. Also, you're going to see the bigger screen here. Well, before we get into that, let's talk about down here. You do get dual zone climate control. So the driver and front passenger have 2 different temperatures there. Also, you do have AM, FM stereo with 6 speakers. And you will also get the Sirius XM with 360L satellite radio. And you will get the Sync 4. That's the enhanced voice recognition system. So it's an upgraded Sync 4 as well. So the enhanced voice recognition system gives you to where you can use that wake up word. So like you would with, Alexa or something like that, where you would say, okay, forward pass, and you don't have to press a button and it's already listening. So, which is nice. Also gives you the bigger 13.2-inch LCD touchscreen in the center stack as well. Wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, digital owner's manual, all those features in there. You also do get the Ford Pass Connect, which allows you to stay connected to the vehicle using the Ford Pass Connect. So just you can unlock your vehicle from anywhere, schedule remote start times. You can remote start the vehicle from anywhere at any time. And then you can also see the tire pressure on all your tires, the fuel you have in your vehicle, where it's located. A lot of great features in that app setting that you have. Also up here in the mirror, auto dimming rear view mirror, so that'll no lever to worry about. It's automatically dim it when it gets dark at nighttime. Overhead console is going to include a sunglass bin, map lights up here as well as part of the interior lighting. Your visors are sliding, which means you can take those out, boom to the side. They will slide out in and out from that rod. You also do get the illuminated vanity mirrors as well on the back side of those. Universal garage door openers for 3 different transmitters if you need to program those in. And then down in here, you will get a media hub, is what they call this. You're going to get 2 USB ports, a USB Type A and C, as well as a power point down in there, 12 volt. And then you also get a wireless charging pad in there. So you just put that wireless charging phone there on the left side and flat, and it'll charge the vehicle while you're driving. Rotary dial shifter back here. Your electric parking brake and auto hold buttons are right there. Can't see it here, but the drive mode switch is right behind that as well. And don't forget about the padded console with storage inside that as well for you. So I think I covered all the features as part of the interior. Again, a lot of interior features here, and we'll kind of talk about some of those. Now we do see we'll talk about options here, but you see ActiveX is this one here. And I actually click on this other one. What's it give us? It actually says leather. Okay, so this is a premium package we're going to talk about here. I believe that is next. So we'll get into the optional equipment and talk about the premium technology package. So let's talk about this premium technology package. So when we go to the packages tab up here, you're going to see there are a couple packages available. Now the memory seat is already included as part of the either 600 or 601A. And you see if you go EcoBoost, you get this discount package. But the two other packages are available that are optional. And the first one we're going to talk about is $1,910. It's the premium technology package. Click on the I, you can get a little more information here. So this package here is where you're going to get the Active Park Assist 2.0. Now that Park Assist allows you to perpendicular or parallel park your vehicle, reverse perpendicular park, and park out by using it. Basically controls all the steering for you. And so this is a great package to have. It helps you find those parking spaces as well, and helps you park in them. You also get the B&O audio sound system by Bang & Olufsen, 10-speaker audio sound system, including a subwoofer. So it's a nice upgrade to the 6-speaker audio sound system. Also includes HD radio as well in there. You also get heads-up display. So heads-up display is going to allow you to be able to see that right up here above the steering wheel. It looks like it's on the road. Navigation, if you have navigation set and that kind of thing, which is included, as we mentioned earlier, as part of the CoPilot 360 Assist 2.0. It's going to have all that stuff right there on there. So heads-up display is included. And then the upgraded leather seats as well. So instead of going just with ActiveX, we're going leather. And as you can see there, they are quilted. So check those out. Those are similar to the same seats we did see on the ST line Elite if you watch that video. So there we go. So now you're going to get upgraded with the quilted seats there, inserts, and leather instead of just the ActiveX material. So now upgraded leather seats as part of this technology package. So again, that package is available as optional equipment. So pretty cool little package to have. And now this next package I want to talk about, I did a video on this one on one of the other ST line videos. So let me play that clip, and that is the Class 2 trailer tow package. Now we're going to talk about the trailer tow package. This is a Class 2 trailer tow package that is available on the ST line Select, ST line Elite, Platinum, and plug-in hybrid, because it does require all-wheel drive for this package here, and it is going to give you the hitch. So it's kind of not showing you there, but that gives you the hitch and the wiring to be able to kind of pull that trailer for you. So that's of course a nice addition for you. So if you're wanting to add and pull that trailer, you need to have this package on there, and available, of course, don't forget, on the ST line Select, ST line Elite, Platinum, and plug-in hybrid with your all-wheel drive. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about your exterior options. Now, these are your standalone options. These are available, not included, in packages and such. So let's go ahead and go through these standalone options here for us. Now, first start, if we go to the exterior, you can kind of see these options. We'll start with the exterior options here. And we'll go through, as we go through them, I'll let you know which ones are factory installed options. It can really only be done that way. And some that are accessories that you can get later if you want to, and kind of maybe give you a little advice on how maybe you should order these, whether or not you should kind of hold off, or that kind of thing, and how those are put on. Sometimes some of these are dealer installed options where there might be accessories. Some are included from the factory, and the factory puts them on them. The others, they get shipped ahead of time, and the dealer installs them, and that's why they call them dealer installed options. So let's go through these. And Vista Roof, the panoramic Vista Roof is $1,600, and that one there is actually a factory installed option. You definitely want to get it done that way. You're not going to get it otherwise. So that option there is available, of course, for you, and does mention that it has to have the side rails, which already standard equipment on the Platinum trim, but you can see the nice glass roof that opens up. It has a power sunshade under there. One thing it will tell you is that you cannot get, this is not available with the side rails. It doesn't actually mention it here, or the crossbars, I should say, but it's not available with the crossbars. So if you want to, those are a dealer installed option. But if you want to get those later. So what I advise on people, if they want, maybe they like the roof and they just need the crossbars for trips and such, that they can always put the crossbars on when they need them. Just know that they can't open the moonroof when they have those crossbars on the vehicle. So anyway, splash guards are something that's considered, they would be put on by the factory, but they will be taken off site. So once it gets built, it'll go over to get the splash guards put on, and then it's done that way. That's why I always recommend do that later. There's a lot of builds where it won't get scheduled. I mean, because it's very small amount of vehicles that they schedule with those on there. So you can see there's only 2 screws for each one of those. So they're real easy to install, and you can even install it yourself and get those from Ford Accessories website, which is accessories.ford.com. And that's what I suggest, is you do not put these on your build if you want to get yours built quickly. And then you do have the crossbars. We just talked about that. Roof rail crossbars that are black. You can see what those look like there. And those crossbars are a dealer installed option. So if they do, if you do get those on your build and order it with your build, they'll ship to the dealership. The dealership would put them on for you. Or you can put them on later if you let the dealership know, or you can get these again through Ford Accessories website and put them on yourself later if you like. Again, if you get the panoramic vista roof, they won't let you order them, so you'd have to get them later anyway. So, but has not been holding up builds. If you want to order it with yours, I don't think it'll be a problem. Front license plate bracket, states that require a front license plate, it's standard equipment. Kansas is not one of those. So if you want you live in a state that doesn't require front license plate, it's an optional equipment. No charge option though. So you can go ahead and get that put on. I do recommend if you're ordering from a state like if you're going to order from us and you live in a state that requires a front license plate, let us know so we can make sure we add a standalone option so we can install it for you at no charge. The engine block heater 150, and that is a factory installed option. You want to get it at the factory. As you can see with that image there, it does give you that plug, so you can kind of keep that warmed up so that it starts a lot easier in the morning. And again, that was something that if you want that, you better go ahead and order that with your build and have your dealership make sure they add that as a standalone option for you. Wheel locking exposed lug nuts, that is actually a dealer installed option. So you can get this through Ford Accessories website as well. But basically what they're going to do is they're going to take off one of your lug nuts from each of the different wheels, put on the locking one. There are two different options. They're only showing one on the website and the build and price, and that's its exposed lug nuts. But there's also the other one, another one that kind of stick up and they're exposed. And so you have two different options on the order guide that should show up for if you're ordering it. So you have a couple different options there if you'd like. So that's all of our exterior options. Let's go ahead and move down to the interior options now. So moving to the interior options down here, we're going to go on down. Of course, we're not talking about these packages because those are packages. We're talking about just standalone options here. So the cargo mat is an accessory. So if you do order it from the factory, they'll put it in the vehicle. It will be delivered with your vehicle from the factory. And that isn't holding up builds. You can see it has a nice all-weather mat in there. You put it back in the back, and even it says escape on there. Pretty nice. That is something you can get through Ford Accessories if you want, but it is not holding up builds, and you could probably go ahead and put that in there. Now, you do have the roadside assistance kits here and the first aid kit. Both of these are things that you can get through Ford Accessories website real easy. So I encourage you not to put those on your build. And I will say that these individually do not hold up your builds, but when you put enough of those together, it can hold off the build. So I'd probably try to encourage you to, just get whatever you can through Ford Accessories and let them do it. This is what they consider a dealer installed option. And that's what's listed as, because it basically comes in a box to the dealer. The dealer would take it out of the box, put all the Band-Aids and gauze in the case on this one, and put it in the little pouch that it comes with, and that's installing it. So again, you can get through Ford Accessories website. Now you do have this easy access cargo shade. That is, if you do get that, it'll come with the vehicle from the factory. So the factory puts it in the vehicle in there, and the dealer would put that together in there. So that is also something you can get. It's holding up builds, and shouldn't be a problem if you want to add that to your vehicle. It is available through the Ford Accessories, but is something you can shouldn't hold it up if you want to put that on there. Now we do have two options here for the floor liners. So we have these all-weather liners that is available with the carpeted mats or without. So if you get it with the standard mats, it's $200 because they're adding the floor liners. Now, if you get the option without the carpeted mats, it is cheaper because you're not getting the mats. So it actually saves them some money. So they actually give you a little discount. Again, those are put in the vehicle. They are accessories, but Ford will put it in there before they ship it out to you. It does not hold up your build if you put those on there. These couple different cargo organizers. There's three different things here down here, as you can see. There you go. Now you can see. So all three of these are Ford accessories that you can get from their website and don't include any kind of install. So this first one, as you can see, is the standard size. It has three different pouches there for you, collapsible, soft sides and such for $90. Again, I just encourage you not to put those on your build and get that from the factory or get that from Ford Accessories website. It would go so much easier for you. You can see this in here gives you 4 different compartments instead, so it's a large one. Mentions actually doesn't say large there, but it's a larger one there. And then this other one is a cooler bag. So you can get the cooler bag as well. So all three of those, if I were you, I would get them through Ford Accessories website and do not add those to your build. Again, the less of the items you have on there, the quicker it'll get scheduled and get picked. Because if they're out of just one of those, at that present time when they want to go schedule yours, then they're not going to schedule yours for a build. You do have this smokers package. Now this in here is going to give you the little bin that you put in a cup holder, as well as a cigarette lighter. So that's what comes with that, and so you can get that that way. So that's how that's going to be included. Or you can get the next one here, which is the ashtray, ash cup, and coin holder. So the difference is the ash cup coin holder option does not include the cigarette lighter. That's the only difference. So so you can save yourself some money if you always have a lighter with you or whatever. Or if you just want something to put coins in and such and put it in a cup holder, then you can order both of those. Those aren't holding up builds, but also both of those are available through Ford Accessories website as well, if you want to get that. And then moving down, I think there's one last option down here. All this stuff's included, as we already mentioned. The center console in-vehicle safe by console vault with a coded lock. So this in here, as you can see there, it is a dealer installed option. So it would be shipped to the dealership ahead of time, and the dealership would actually install it in your vehicle. So if you feel confident, you can do it yourself. That's something you can order later, put it in yourself, or otherwise you can put it on your build. I don't think it holds it up. Again, the more of these, it could hold it up, but individually, it probably would not hold up your build if you want to add that and have the dealership install it. It would be cheaper if you do it this way, because it's going to be $390 for the console vault itself, and then Ford makes the dealership install it for you at no cost. If you get it later, you'll probably have to pay $390, and then you'll probably have to pay a cost to have the dealership install it, unless you want to do it yourself. So keep that in mind if you want to go that route. So I think that's all of our optional equipment for the Platinum trim here. So now we've kind of talked about all of the different standard equipment. We've talked about a couple packages available and your exterior and interior options, and that's all included in this. So hopefully this video did help you out. So something to keep in mind, once you've configured this on Ford's website, you can actually get this over to your dealership. So if you go to the summary tab at any time here, then it'll actually give you a summary breakdown of all how you had your equipped, as well as the pricing. Now, a couple things to note about the pricing down here. This destination charge right there, that is actually going to be a charge you're incurred no matter what. It's $14.95, and that is what Ford charges to get the vehicle from the factory to your dealership. So that is a charge that you'll have to pay regardless. So just keep that in mind. And then we do see this acquisition fee. Now, this is something you only pay if you're leasing the vehicle. If you click on the calculator over here, you can see it's on the leasing tab over here. If you go to the finance tab, you'll notice it disappears. So, and then you just hit the save and close, and you'll notice now it's not there. So that gives you a little bit of breakdown. You can also configure your payments, put your trade in, that kind of thing by hitting that. So again, net trade is 0. Let's say you have a $5,000 paid off trade or something like that, and you've gone to KBB and figured out what's going to be. Maybe you figured, you know what, I want nothing down, what my trade, see what that looks like. And again, it's giving you some standard rates on different terms. You'll notice those rates change. Those are Ford's standard rates right now on those. Those aren't any special rates, even the 36. Those aren't really any special rates. But if you know, hey, I know I can get a 3% through my credit union. You can put that in there and then save that, and that's upgrades your new payment there for that term for 36 months and such like that. So it even shows you 3% APR, $5,000 trade, nothing down, 36 months right there. So anyway, at that point, if you want to, okay, that's my build, that's how I want to configure it, go on up here, you can print this, and you can print that format. Or you can hit the share button, and you can share this by copying that link, and you can send that to an email to whoever you want to, including your salesperson, your dealer. You can hit the share using your email, and it pulls up your default email browser and puts it in there for you as an attachment, I believe. So a couple different ways to share it with your dealership. And if you're one to order with us, that is the best way for you to do that. Now, just want to keep in mind and go over that information for you. Now, if you're wanting to order a vehicle with us, hopefully you have a good local dealer you can get a vehicle through that knows how to lock in pricing. That's price protection, knows how to lock in any kind of rates or incentives that are available when you order the vehicle, and know how to do that, as well as you can know what your fee is going to be, and that they're not going to raise the price or add any other add-on fees. Like some dealers will add on and require you to get window 10 or maybe a clear coat or something like that, and they require you to do that. At McArthur, we do not do that. So we're doing MSRP pricing. We have a $500 dealer fee, and nothing else is added to the vehicle unless you want it added. We know how to price protect. We know how to lock in rates and such if you want to do that. And we have a special offer. We do a special YouTube offer. So if you're watching this video, you can get a free shipping up to $1,000 if you finance a vehicle with us at standard rates. So that offer is not valid with any kind of low interest rates. If there's a special rate going on when you order your vehicle, we can't use that offer with any other offer. But if you want to go at the standard rates, have free shipping, we can do that. Now, if you'd rather go and maybe there's a special rate out and you want that and lock in that rate, you can do that, and you could just fly in and we'll pick you up at the airport and you can drive the vehicle home. A lot of people are taking advantage of that. Southwest has some pretty cheap flights that a lot of our customers have been using if you want to go that route. And that way you feel comfortable that you're ordering from a dealership that knows how to order a vehicle correctly, that's going to lock in everything for you and give you the rates that won't raise their prices or add any special other other ADMs other than what's already been disclosed to you when you order your vehicle. So if that's what you want to do, you can reach out to us. We are taking orders on the 2023 Ford Escape, and we can help you out with that order if you'd like to. So again, hopefully this video does help you out. Whether you order with us or not, that was the whole point. That's the reason I put this at the end of the video. But I wanted to deliver the content regardless, so you can use this information to help you out with your dealer getting the vehicle ordered the way you want it to, and you know how it could be configured by using this video. So I hope you did like that. If you did, smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget you can find us on social media. We're at Law McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, you can follow me. There's my Linktree account, so you can follow me there on different social media sites I'm on. And don't forget to, hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that red subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified next time we have another video uploaded. So we're going to finish out. We have one more trim to go over, and that is the plug-in hybrid trim. And we do other videos. So keep you updated on different things that happen with news, as well as we do a live stream every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central on this YouTube channel. So if you do order a vehicle and you want to kind of want to know whether or not, the escapes are scheduling this week and whether maybe your order will get scheduled, or if there's any issues with part constraints or anything, we go over those in that live stream and even do a live Q&A where I answer your guys' questions live on the YouTube channel. So come on over, check those out. Again, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central on our live stream as well. And I think you'll really enjoy it. So again, thanks for watching this video. Hope you liked it. And don't forget, stay positive, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.